at Arnold Schwarzenegger's generosity of creating the Arnold Classic and putting it on all these different continents has been taken advantage of. The 212 bodybuilders are now starting to compete in the Open Arnold Classic Championships because our Open Pro bodybuilders want to sit on the sidelines and watch. The pro bodybuilders don't want to compete. We're going to go backwards in time to where we just have one Arnold Classic Championship taking place that provides the opportunity for you men in the open division to make money, and that's going to take place in Columbus, Ohio. So you open men bodybuilders have a decision to make in 2018, to compete or not to compete.
So Shawn Ray made a comment. Basically he was saying that he was kind of not understanding why a lot of pros are skipping Arnold Classic, you know, not just Ohio but worldwide, you know. Why do you think that is? Why do you think some of the pros are skipping Arnold Classic many times?
I mean, geez, Vlad, a pro can pick what show he wants to do. That's their choice. It's their choice. It was our choice of what shows we wanted to do. I didn't do all the shows when I competed. They have a right to. So, yeah, I don't know where Shawn is coming from that they're not doing it. I mean, you're talking about 1 year, pretty much last year, and all the years before that, they're all in it. So there's even times back when I was competing that Shawn didn't do the show and other guys didn't do the show. So, I mean, I don't know where he's getting ass hurt, you know, about that and where he's coming from, but I don't think any pro or anyone has a right to tell a person when to compete and when not to.
In his opinion, you know, if this is going to continue happening, that maybe they will stop doing the pro shows, men's open shows, specifically talking about men's open, by the way, or other divisions. Do you see that happening?
Yeah, I don't see that happening, Vlad. The upside is you get these new pros that comes in and get their opportunity. I mean, when I was competing and all the other guys competing, the argument then was why are you guys competing in these shows when, you know, give us a chance to win some shows. You guys are always been winning the show, so you're always going to have somebody unhappy or somebody happy as far as pros, you know. Even my own friends would get pissed at me when I did the Arnold Class, like, damn, man, you won last year. Why are you winning this year? You know, why are you coming in it this year? So, I mean, there's always going to be a negative to it, condescending to it, and between me and Dexter and some other guys, you're talking about almost 2 decades. So, you know, at least now you got guys who opportunity to possibly win that show that never won it before. What is he saying? That the young talent that's coming up can't bring any heat like we did when we were the young talent coming into the show? I mean, what are you saying? You know, that they're not going to be entertaining?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
I mean, Lee Haney didn't show up at the Arnold Classic. Dorian didn't show up at the Arnold Classic. Ronnie, pretty much his whole career, didn't show up at the Arnold Classic. What is he saying? You know, I don't know.
You know, I think every year is different. So I agree with you. Every year is different. Every year somebody decides to go, somebody doesn't decide to go. But when you made your decision to compete or not to compete at the Arnold Classic, right? Did you make the decision basically based on how you were feeling at the time? Or did you make a decision based on, you know, that specific year or what your plans were? Or what was your main decision factor?
Honestly, I just understood that I didn't make any money sitting at home, and I made money competing. So, I mean, you know, I got beat up over that, you know, because people said, you know, I was only competing for money. I'm like, the hell else is there? You know, that's what I did as a pro. So I just understood that if I go to a show, I'm going to make some money. And to be honest, I never ran from a show because somebody was in it, but I did understand how much I could potentially make based on my rankings. And, you know, for the majority of my career, I was ranked number 2. So that means as long as Ronnie didn't show up, I got a good chance of winning the show. And so I did. I went, you know. And then shows where Ronnie was in, like in a European tour and and some of the other shows, I went anyway because I understood, okay, I potentially can make this much money. But again, you know, I did it for money. So
in Generation 9 2, right, you actually made a good point in that interview where you talk about what bodybuilding is to you as a professional, and ultimately it's a career, and it's obviously you're not just doing it for fun in a gym, spending all your time doing it, right? So you made a point in the film that's coming out soon, basically, that to you it's a professional career. It's not about, you know, competing in high school basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Got into bodybuilding and I pursued it because I loved it, and I loved the response that I got and growing and stuff like that. But, you know, I soon found out that I could make money at that, and because of that, it changed my mind frame and the way I address things, and I started addressing things as business. And as far as guest posing and the way I look and how I walk and how I talked, all trying to, be pretty much a businessman of myself. And that's why I competed, for business, for making money. If not, then I would have been doing something else, because my love for something don't pay the bills.
Welcome to the world of business.
Generation Iron 2, May 12th.